Yo guys, how's it going? Robert Warshak here, and we're gonna take a look at this super duper greedy new control fist big king control shaman. It's a handful, but this deck, let me tell you, this is the greediest control deck you can play around the block right now. A lot of fun, a lot of greed, but a lot of fun. So for those of you unfamiliar with how we do these deck guides, we're going to take a look at the deck. I'm going to explain the deck, everything in the deck, why it's in the deck. From there, we're going to head into some games, some actually really good games, and you guys are going to see this deck in action. So with that, let's take a look at it. Blood Mage. There's a lot of spells in this deck, looking at like Lightning Storm and Earthquake and Hag of the Scheme. Being able to use Blood Mage alongside those to be able to clear off extra bigger minions is really good. Plus, she's a draw mechanic, so when she does die, you'll be able to pick up a draw. Because this deck doesn't really have a lot of draw, you know, the small amount that Blood Mage can provide is really good. Doomsayer, being able to deal with the early game minions is really good. This deck is, like I said, very greedy, so cards like Doomsayer come into play in the early stages to try to avoid your opponent from being able to swarm the board until we can play cards like Lightning Storm and Hag of the Scheme, which is brew. Healing keeps us alive, dying is bad, because we're going to most likely be taking a sizable amount of early game damage. Being able to Witch's Brew that all up, because it has, you know, the repeatable effect on it is very powerful. Farsight, this is one of the only draw mechanics besides Blood Mage in the deck. Being able to draw a card, it costs 3 less. Playing an early Hagatha, Walking Fountain, Eye of the Storm, King Pharos. You know, there's so many big minions in this deck and so many large spells that when you reduce them down, you're basically just paying the price. It's reverse overload. You're paying the price the turn before to be able to play a bigger card later on. Hopefully, ideally being able to, like, if you Farsight into like a Doomsayer or like a Witch's Brew, that sucks, but more times than not, as you can see, there's a lot of big things in the deck. You'll hit one of those. Lightning Storm, early game removal, combos really well with Blood Mage, and just solid at clearing up the board, whether it's a Zoo Warlock, a Hunter. It just does a really good token druid. This just kills it. Plague of Murloc, super duper good against the Res Priest, super duper good against any sort of death rattle board. Plague of Murlocs has saved my ass more times than not, and being able to go Plague of Murlocs Lightning Storm or Plague of Murlocs Hag of the Scheme, or you know, whatever the case may be, is really good. Snip Snap, same reason we run Ziliax and Snip Snap. They're the best neutral legendaries in the game. This is a more of a control style deck, so being able to fill, like if we're playing against an aggro deck, we don't want to use early game removal and we don't have a Doomsayer. You know, an early Snip Snap can clear up a couple minions, help you survive. Or you can use in the late stage of the game, you know, turn 6. Again, we don't want to use a removal, but we have something to play. Snip Snap is a great turn 6 card to kind of compete for the board. He weaves into many turns and he's just really good. Zenmo, being able to Zenmo and then Hex is insane. He's literally only in this deck for Hex, and that's because you're able to clear up 3 minions for the price of 1, and playing this against Druid is very popular right now, so hexing 3 minions against Druid so they can't Witching Hour a big minion back, insane. And because we're playing a control deck, we're able to play cards like this that are only utilized for one case, because like when we play a Hag of the Scheme and it goes like 1 for 5, you know, it doesn't really matter if Zenmo isn't super playable to us. We're winning in card advantage because of how powerful our spells are. Hex, being able to pick a minion and turn it into basically a wet noodle is super good. Plus, it's a beast. Plus, again, against Res Priest, when you turn something into a frog, they have a chance to resurrect the frog. It's super good. Storm Chaser, we play a lot of spells, a lot of big spells. This allows you to draw those spells from your deck, and it's in a decent body. Fist, so this is a brand new card. Just came out today in the adventure, so depending on when you watch this, today could be a long time from now, but ideally you're watching it when it came out. And when you play this and then you follow up with a spell like Hag of the Scheme or Earthquake or Eye of the Storm, you're going to get a legendary minion of the same cost as the spell. So it makes it double as good, because we not only paid the price of the spell and we get this ability, we also get the extra legendary minion, which is super sick. Hag of the Scheme, probably the best removal in the deck. Being able to have this card in the early stages of the game, just have it grow over time, is just super good. Drawing this card earlier on in the game is really good, and then drawing it obviously later on as a top deck is really bad. Looking at Ziliax, again, same reason it's not run Snip Snap. It's just super good card, trades into stuff, is a mech, magnetizes into Snip Snap, heals us, it's hard to argue. Earthquake, super good removal, deals 5 to all of the minions on the board, and then it does 2 after that. So if it has a death rattle effect, or if it has divine shield, or wherever the case may be, reborn, this does a really good job at being able to clear up all of the minions with the fact that it separates the 2 damages. Hagatha, because we're running a control deck, We definitely want to play Hagatha. She does 3 damage to everything. We gain 5 armor, so it's a board clearer in herself. And then every minion we play after that, she generates a random spell. Shamans have a lot of really good random spells, whether it's burst damage, resurrecting minions, summoning new minions, AoE, it's just craziness. Walking Fountain, this card's crazy. 8 mana, 4/8 elemental lifesteal rush, Wind Fury. So as soon as you play it, if your opponent has 2 minions, we get 8 health and we hopefully kill their 2 minions. If they don't deal with this card, Sathravarring it's really good, and it has Wind Fury. So if they don't kill it, we're able to attack face the following turn, get another 8 health. Really good against aggressive style decks. Sathravar. This is one of the super duper greedy cards in the deck. The nutter butter, the best of the best, is Sathravarring King Pharos, because then it adds another King Pharos to our hand and another one in the deck. And then we replay it the following turn if they cleared the board, and we get a whole nother board full of minions, and we have a lot of spells in the deck, which are high costing, so we get a lot of big minions. Super greedy, super fun, and part of the reason that a lot of people like, it's hard to outvalue this deck. If you're playing against like a control warrior or druid, you just destroy them with this with the King Pharos Sathravar combo. Eye of the Storm. Not only is it a good card in itself because it summons 3, 5, 6s with taunts, it's also very good with King Pharos and of course the Fist of Ra-Den, because not only do we get the 5, 6s, we also get a random legendary 10 mana minion, and then again if we play this with King Pharos, it generates a 10 mana minion with King Pharos as well. So granted, this is a 13 cost spell. It's still really good in the deck. And then King Pharos, one of the main value generators in the deck. When you play this card, for each spell in your hand, summon a random minion at the same cost. Again, we have a lot of high costing spells. Looking at Earthquake, looking at Eye of the Storm, looking at Hagatha Scheme. So with that, hopefully you guys enjoy this spicy new big control shaman list. If you do, throw a like, throw a comment in the section below. It tells me you like the video, you like the layout, and it treated you well. And with that, let's head into the games, boys. Don't you think Rogue has the same problem like pre-shaman nerf? I mean, I don't know, man. There's always going to be a best deck.
You asked for it.
For Doomhammer.
There's always going to be a best deck, and right now Rogue is that best deck, right? Mage? Last time I played Regis, he was playing that Cyclone Mage. A Scheme and a Lightning Storm would have cleared it and left you with a 5-drop and a 3-drop legendary. Yeah, but do we really want to use 2 AoEs? I guess we could have. I just felt like, because if we Hagatha, we technically only take 2. One last time, I need y'all to roll. Boop, 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 boop. What the hell are you waiting for? There should be no more. Look what you made me do. Mana Cyclone? Alright. I guess this kind of helps me because I'll play a Doomsayer next turn. Because now if he plays an elemental, everything dies. Rob, do you not like aggro decks a lot? Because all I've seen you play are control and late game decks. Yeah, I'm not a fan of aggro decks. It's not that I'm not a fan, it's just I would rather play control decks. I definitely preference having control decks. But, I mean, it's not like I don't play aggro. Yes, this is a remix. This is the song Numb and Encore in the same song. So this is a mix between both of the songs. I'm burning up. No, I wouldn't do you guys dirty and play a double remixed Linkin Park Jay-Z song. So if I opt to do this, it just seems like it'd be pretty good. Interesting. It's a randomly generated secret. It was basically, if that was a counterspell, I lost. But I had to clear the giant because of the potential of full Nene. Uh-oh. He has another giant. I need a hex. Fuck.
We must band together, united.
It's fine.
For Battlegrounds.
Believe it or not, I'm actually okay with this. Blood Mage has actually been super good. Damn, my 4-drop doesn't draw me anything anymore. He's gonna pop off with Mana Cyclone here. It's fine. I can go, Wrist. I could probably go... Yeah, I can just go Plague and then Hagatha. Is it even worth to do that? Why do I just feel like the Fist and the Hagatha is enough here? I mean, it's the same play, a misplay I made before I was leaving that card alive. Drop the King? Bro, he's got 7 damage on board. He's got 7 damage on board, chat. You're telling me he doesn't have 6 damage in hand with all those spells? Now here we go for the 100th time. Hand grenade pins in every line. Throw them up and let something shine. Going out of my fucking mind. So this is good. So now I can Fist and then I can Witch's Brew. Or I could just play Pharaohs here. Alright, I'm slamming Pharaohs. I got Caligos. Do I test for Counterspell? I could have opted to heal face. But the chance he has, like, even if he has Fireball, he'd need exactly Fireball, Frostbolt to kill me. And what I also can do is I can Fist of Ra-Den and then Witch's Brew. Witch's Brews can summon the the 2 mana when my healing is doubled. Or it'll summon Lorewalker Cho. That would be bad. Man, this guy he just has a lot of fucking quests. Alright, so I swing with this first. No, I swing with... Do I want to Sathravar King Pharaohs? Or do I want to opt to heal? Yeah.
I will split your soul apart.
Brain overload.
Oh, I attacked with the wrong minion first.
Magic bars. Magic bars.
My hand is too
I attacked with the wrong thing. I could have done like a couple more damage. He's getting greedy on how tilted, or he's getting tilted over how greedy the deck is. Hell yeah, this deck's greedy. You gotta go full greed or go home.
I wonder.
You go full greed or you go home, dude. You can't play this deck not greedy. Like, you either just fucking embrace the greed and accept the fact that you're gonna lose against every single aggro deck born, or you're just gonna be able to, like, outvalue any control deck later.
My hand is too full.
Assimilate!
Oh shit. Dude, the blood, I mean, the only reason I won this was because of Blood Mage into Earthquake to clear board.
Thrall versus Thrall! For Doomhammer! For the Frost Wolves!
I don't like it. I also don't want to be like well played or anything like that. It seems like BM when you do it, when you like win or lose or whatever. Like, I definitely got lucky. there was like I got pretty lucky. I granted getting a walking fountain that game would have changed a lot of shit because then I wouldn't have had to worry about dying. But like, how'd you like the song? Yo, is the bot not active right now? All right, no, the bot's good. Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch that game, like from his side. I'd be interested to see like what he's saying about it, because the deck he's playing is not easy. I like the whole like, I guess the arcane missiles with the I don't know if I'm supposed to Doomsayer here, because like Doomsayer into Fist into like Snip Snap seems good. Like, there's not going to be a lot of times I'm gonna be able to Doomsayer and it actually survive. It was really interesting hearing both sides of the story. He said he spent hours trying to get your deck to work and he couldn't. Which deck are you talking about? My Tempo Elemental Mage deck? Dude, the deck is a banger. It's probably one of my funnest, dankest decks I've ever built. The Shaman deck? This deck has like, this deck we have right now has like a 55-60% win rate. I think. I don't know, at least I feel like it does. Could just be fucking making up numbers. Oh my god, he's gonna get a 10 drop from this, isn't he? Yeah. Alright. I mean, it's not really alright, but whatever. Alright, I could turn this into 5. It still doesn't kill that, though. Lightning Storm, attack. It's not a guarantee at all. Yo, Scout with the follow. Welcome, man. All right, Ray. I don't know what to label it, but I'll give you the build components if you are curious. Well, I mean, he couldn't get it to work, but he posted a video on it, and the video he posted has like a fuck ton of views. All right, Hex is chill. And it's fine living in the real world. Yeah, Regis' thumbnails are off the chain.
I hope you like my invention.
I slam Hagatha every time, right? Yeah.
Dark spirits twist the trees, foul the lake,
King only, I guess I'll play King now just because I have Sathravar. It'll probably sick, but it's not really necessary. I wish I had like 110 drop. This should be fine. Is there any way, how many spells is that? 1, 2, 3, 4 spells. Yeah, it should be fine. I get a wisp. I can Sathravar other things. I'm not really worried about it.
For the Dragon Lord.
Unity, precision, perfection, primitive.
Do I evolve this? Probably. Hex Lord. You know what I could have done? I could have played Zenmo and then played this and then done that and then would have used it 3 times. That'd have been pretty cool. I can Sathravar, Hex Lord, and get back things. Boo 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 boo. These are only 3 drops, right? Yeah. If I don't mutate. This is looking good. Again, we still have 2 Eye of the Storms and 2 Walking Fountains and 2 Earthquakes and 2 Storm Chasers. Like, this is the, like, whenever I play a deck, it's so fucking weird because we always, like, draw pieces of the deck. We never draw all of it.
Magic!
I'll take a free draw. I have Hagathas for Shutter. I just need to make sure it's charged up all the way before that happens.
Double the power, double the storm.
No, I definitely wouldn't try to play the Face Hunter deck without the Toxic, man. That card's really important. Nice.
The end is coming!
Do I ever Lightning Bolt this to guarantee that it dies? Well, he would need to hero power and then play another invoke card. Seems worth it to me. It only doesn't work out if he plays Shutter here. And then I still have the Plague of Murlocs. To the end of the night. Hogs. Meet back to the dirt.
I will act as your scale.
Should I just keep like the Mana Tide totem alive? Nah, I could just go hack at the scheme and then play Fountain, right? Or should I play the Plague? Seems fine. Dude, we are just controlling the shit out of people with this deck. We still have 2 Eye of the Storms, boys, and 2 Earthquakes. Yo, this guy's playing a greedy ass fucking deck. This guy's playing a pretty greedy Galakron list. But then again, I can't really talk about greed when I'm playing this.
Double the power, double the storm.
I don't want to draw the Earthquakes. Because it just sends me into fatigue, but I guess I have Witch's Brew.
Stormy, stormy.
Requires 10 mana. I need to play that next turn. Oh man, he also is running the Fist. Holy snap. That's pretty intense. This is a pretty intense game right here. What the heck? So we're overloaded 3, we have 7, so I can just go Zenmo Hex. Should I swing into it once? Nah, it's fine. Galakron, Big Shaman, yeah. That's what I'm saying. His deck is so fucking greedy. Yeah. Hopefully my guy can live so I can actually fucking Sathravar it. I can never get this guy to stick. Or get a minion to stick long enough for me to Sathravar it. Yeah, see, just I guess I can Sathravar the Spellwing. Guess I'll have to wait though. There's no cards to draw, so I can just play them for this free spell. Alright, we're both in fatigue. Oh my god. We are both now entering fatigue mode. I mean, I always win because I have these two. Woo! Wow. What a match. Oh, thank you for that match, Makano. I appreciate that, bud.